This is the insert that comes at the doctor's clinic with an MMR vaccine. I just popped into Central Med today and asked them for a bunch of vaccine inserts, so they very politely complied. So have you ever seen one of these?
No. I've seen them on the internet, but I've certainly never... Yeah. I know that when you go to the chemist and if you pick up a prescription or some kind of pills, that they have a tissue paper thing
inside the box.
Yeah. And I would read that, but I've never seen this with a vaccine.
This is something that is one of our issues, that doctors really ought to be offering it well before people are being asked to make decisions about their children. So this is the vaccine insert for the MMR vaccine, measles, mumps, rubella. It's a live virus vaccine for vaccination against measles, rubella, mumps and rubella, German measles. And it talks here about the dosage and administration, the warnings and precautions, hypersensitivity to eggs, thrombocytopenia, pregnancy, nursing mothers, paediatric use, other concerns. So all these things ought to be read by parents. I'm interested here in the adverse effects. The adverse reactions associated with the use of MMR2 are those which have been reported following administration of the monovalent or combination vaccine. So that's just on its own, or well, I don't know what they're talking about there. It's a bit hard to understand, because if it's a one vaccine, which one of the MMR is it? Anyway. Common adverse effects, burning and or stinging of short duration at the injection site. Occasional adverse effects, the body as a whole, a fever of 101 degrees or higher.
Yeah, that's definitely what Jake would have had.
Skin effects, rash or measles-like rash, usually minimal but may be generalised. Generally fever, rash or both appear between the 5th and 12th days. Rare effects, the body as a whole, mild local reactions such as erythema, induration and tenderness, sore throat, malaise, atypical measles, syncope, irritability, cardiovascular side effects, vasculitis, digestive side effects, parotitis, nausea.
Yeah, I mean, Jake was definitely screaming of nausea. He started all the vomiting and diarrhea as well. Yeah.
Hematologic and lymphatic, regional lymphadenopathy, thrombocytopenia and purpura, hypersensitivity, allergic reactions such as wheal and flare at injection site, anaphylaxis and anaphylactoid reactions, as well as related phenomena such as angioneurotic edema, including peripheral or facial edema, and bronchial spasm, urticaria in individuals with or without an allergic history. Musculoskeletal, arthralgia and or arthritis, usually transient and rarely chronic, see below, myalgia. So these aren't really minor things. It says there we are, I guess. Nervous and psychiatric, feeble convulsions in children, afebrile convulsions or seizures.
Yes. Seizures?
Seizures.
Headache. Oh, it says seizures.
It does say seizures.
It says
Headache, dizziness, paresthesia, polyneuritis, polyneuropathy, Guillain-Barré syndrome, ataxia, acute disseminated encephalomyelitis, transverse myelitis, aseptic meningitis, which is what they thought he had, measles, inclusion body encephalitis, MIBE, encephalitis and encephalopathy. So these are things that you were going and saying, my son.
I can't believe there's seizures on
the insert.
There's seizures on there.
And they were denying you that it could be reality. The respiratory system, we've got pneumonia, pneumonitis, and a cough and rhinitis, or runny nose. Skin, erythema multiforme, Stevens-Johnson syndrome, vesiculation at injection site, swelling, pruritus. Special senses, forms of optic neuritis, including retrobulbar neuritis, papillitis, and retinitis. Ocular palsies, otitis media, that's ear infections, nerve deafness, conjunctivitis. It goes on. Other, death from various and in some cases unknown causes has been reported rarely following vaccination with measles, mumps and rubella vaccines.
Oh my God.
However, it does say a causal relationship has not been established in healthy individuals. So only in unhealthy individuals.
How many kids in Kaitaia are unhealthy?
You have to wonder.
I'm beginning to wonder that I'm not surprised that the doctor didn't give me that package insert, because if I'd read that, I certainly wouldn't have injected my son with it. There's no way.